talk about an issue that is very important in our community, and that is traumatic brain injury. We got to be very careful. Our brain is a very delicate organ, and you can be doing things that seem to be as innocent as playing on a playground without proper precautions, and it can change your life through an injury.
Traumatic brain injuries, one of the most serious injuries we have for our men and women coming back from Iraq and Afghanistan. It's a situation that sometimes is not diagnosed, and sometimes people don't realize it until they get here. Over 60% of all the injuries that we have from our troops in Iraq and Afghanistan are traumatic brain injuries. And we need to do more in the area of research, and we need to help these individuals that have this severe problem.
Thank you for bringing some awareness today to traumatic brain injuries.
Yep, traumatic brain injury. We got some exciting research happening both at the VA and at Walter Reed, and it's our hope that from that research we'll be able to do more and more to treat traumatic brain injury, to make sure the men and women who've served in the military and are experiencing that can have an opportunity to recover and to live full and productive lives.
I would like to ask you if you will come back and help bring awareness to traumatic brain injuries, and I would like your help in bringing awareness to traumatic brain injuries.
It's something that I've done a lot of work on. So glad you were the first one to ask a question. Because you see what this gentleman has done, and I really admire you for what you've done. Out of his pain comes his passion to do his purpose. He's not just talking about himself. He had to go through something to get to the passion that he's gotten to. He's the first person that my staff met when we got here. Why? Because out of his pain comes a passion to carry out his purpose. And you just illustrated what I've been talking about for the last 30 minutes.
Hello, Dr. Phil. My name is Scott Collier, and I live in Dundalk. It's located in Baltimore County, Maryland. I've been trying to make the perfect video. I tried to write you the perfect letter for about the past 2 years, and just recently started doing these videos a little over 2 months ago with the creation of Dundalk TV, and I'm going to be sending some of that video to you as well. It's just after 12 o'clock, it's right around 12:30, September 17th, 2012. And 5 years after having a traumatic brain injury. I suffered a traumatic brain injury in a work-related auto accident back on September 17th of 2007, and my life has never been the same. Unfortunately, no one seems to understand what I'm going through. People think that my life is together, and you know, that I'm doing well, and you know, everything's going to be okay in a little while, and all these kind of things. But my life is totally upside down. I'm struggling each and every day. I just recently did a news article in my local hometown newspaper, which is called the Dundalk Eagle. That came out, it hit the newsstands on October 3rd, so yesterday evening. And yesterday, while I was working on my book that I've written about traumatic brain injuries, the stove was on fire. So I had to put my stove out yesterday. You know, just people don't see it, and life is very difficult. I first wrote you a letter that started like this: Dr. Phil, I really need your help. That still stands true today. I mailed that letter on February 4th, 2011.
What your day-to-day life is like now?
Well, my day-to-day life for the longest while has been walking back and forth to the Dundalk Historical Society twice a day.
We were just talking a minute ago about, the Dundalk Historical Society wrote a nice article in the newsletter, and you just finished reading that. We were talking about that since when you first met me,
Yeah.
and so when you first met me, what was your thoughts?
I knew something was definitely wrong, but had no idea what. And when you left, I asked somebody, I said, is anything wrong with him? And I was told you'd had a brain injury. But now that I've known you 2 years, you could really see the progression now. That to me, you're 100%.
Oh, geez. Well, that's what people think, and I'm glad that you say that. Actually, people think that my life is together, you know, or it's okay and everything. And actually, my life is a disaster. To be quite honest with you, I'm you know, doing some wonderful things. I'm really happy about, but my personal life is actually an absolute disaster. I'm trying to change that, you know, and I don't know anybody who's trying any harder. I've had to wind up doing, you know, this on my own, unfortunately. The professional sector of our society has not understood what's going on, and when I've told them, they haven't listened. So, so that's why I wind up advocating every day for individuals with traumatic brain injuries and to prevent traumatic brain injuries. Now, in our discussion before I turned the camera on, you had said that that you have noticed, you know, periodically, just pretty much every time you see me, that there's some kind of advance in everything.
Right.
So,
Yeah, I mean, even to see you with the computer is mind-blowing.
okay. And so, and to be making videos.
And making videos was really over the top.
Yes, yes. So, well, I found out through my own personal trials and errors how to help myself. I can only hope that maybe this may be a learning experience, and that it can help other people. Just, I can feel the difference, you know, when I'm doing the computer and going to school, as I was telling you just a short while ago, that I'm actually remembering things when I'm going back, and I can actually see that I'm actually moving forward. Well, Val, I know everybody doesn't want to jump on camera and do this, but thank you very much.
Anytime. Anytime.
Thank you so much, and I'm glad that people see the progression, and it was wonderful of Kathy Brooks to write the wonderful article that she did in the Historical Society letter, and I just love all my friends at the Historical Society. Without them, I have no idea where I would be at, and if I think about where it's at, it just wouldn't be very pretty.
Oh, Scott, you're wonderful here. You're wonderful to us.
Well, thank you. I hope you enjoy taking a look at some of the accomplishments that I've made since first sending you that letter.
Somebody sold 500 tickets, $2,500 in sales. That'd be Scott. Thank you very much.
Last year, I helped raise $2,700 for individuals with special needs and broad awareness for traumatic brain injuries. I was able to get baseline testing in 3 different college campuses last year, and helped send 40 individuals with special needs to go bowling. I would love for you to help bring awareness to traumatic brain injuries. This is a very preventable injury at many times, and it's just about getting the word out and making people understand. Unfortunately, people are turning a blind eye to something that's very serious, and the professional sector of our society is dropping the ball.